Get ready to read all these words on this page without making a mistake. Look at the letter at the end and remember the sound it makes. Get ready.
Kite.
Yes, kite. Get ready to read this word the fast way. Get ready.
King.
Yes, sound it out. Get ready.
King.
Sound it out. Get ready.
King.
What word?
Kit.
Yes, kit. Boys and girls, sound this word out. Get ready.
Seal.
What word?
Seal.
Yes, steal. Read these words the fast way. Get ready.
Play.
Yes, playing. Get ready.
Must.
Yes, must. Let's read these words the fast way without making a mistake. Get ready.
Kite.
Yes, kite. Get ready.
Kit.
Yes, kit. Get ready.
Seal.
Yes, steal. Get ready.
Play.
Yes, playing. Get ready.
Must.
Yes, must. Boys and girls, speak.
Kentuckians can help end this pandemic. What we have to do isn't rocket science. Get vaccinated, take steps like mask wearing indoors, and encourage family and friends to do the same. We do these things not because they're fun or second nature, but because they work. They're based on science and evidence. They save lives. Call me crazy, and I guess some people really do, but truly, this does not require a rocket science degree, if there is such a thing. My friends, the earth really is round. How round is it? Well, more than 660,000 Americans have died from COVID-19. And because some flat earthers, especially those in places of influence, choose to peddle fiction, we're losing more of our loved ones today than we were a few months ago. Flat earthers, meet Delta. The Delta variant besieging our nation is faster, stronger, and more contagious. It spreads more than twice as easily as the original COVID virus. It went from accounting for 1% of COVID cases in May to being the beast behind the vast majority of cases today.
The image of the beast should be killed. And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
Yeah, fluoride in the water supply is a good one. Of course, that's a concentration camp tactic from the Nazi concentration camps. They're the ones who pioneered this and did the major experiments to give us all this knowledge. But now 80% or 70% or something of American water supply has fluoride in it. Basically, there's many things that fluoride does, and it's a very complex substance, and it's goes by many different names. But in general, what it is one that despiritualizes a person. It lowers their intelligence. It lowers their capacity for religious experience, which the religions all teach us to take part in, and it makes us docile and have the inability to fight back, almost as if we can just go along with what we see on TV and so forth. Now, there's been experiments done, I can't think of exactly where so I can cite it, but there's been experiments done in prisons in America, those are concentration camps, where you will put fluoride in the water. If you remove fluoride, there's a certain number of fights per week in a prison. Add a little fluoride, the number goes down. Add a little fluoride, a little more, it goes down a little more. You get to a certain point, fights go away. It's a sedative. The American populace is sedated. Okay, which is absolutely, and nobody knows this. We think that our sedated Orwellian culture of dumbed down people, despiritualized people, we don't even know what religious experience is. We think Christianity is about just having an ethics code or something. We forget that our major poster child for Christianity, St. Paul, would have visions of directly of the light of God. I mean, that is what the human brain is for. That's why we've got this big brain in us. Okay, and fluoride is about taking that away. It's taking away your fighting spirit. It's taking away your wanting to, bear arms and take care of your family. It's about making you a drooling idiot, so to speak.
Did the Germans do that to the Jews?
Yes, then in the German concentration camps, that's when, to my knowledge, that's when fluoridated water was pioneered, and when that whole thing kicked off. And I think it was Grand Rapids, Michigan, a couple years after World War II, was the first American city to implement water fluoridation, and then it just took off after that.
I want to say the whole thing is to keep us divided, and that's going to happen regardless. So further than that, what's the agenda? What is the agenda here? The agenda is the earth is flat. They want to keep us to believe that there's nowhere to go. We're on a globe and we're surrounded by dead space and there's nothing around. There's nothing past the spatial frontier, galaxial frontier. Bunch of nonsense. In actuality, there's a huge wall surrounding the world.
Son, we live in a world that has walls, and those walls have to be guarded by men with guns. Who's gonna do it? You?
And surrounding what we perceive to be the world. And there may be a glacial frontier, what would be like a desert. And in that desert is these little oases. And we're one of those oases. It's just so vast and large. Now the Masons have locked the place down. The Masons on the higher levels have decided to lock the place down and create a pyramid and keep you in it, because he who controls perspective controls reality. It's as simple as that. So they want to make you think you're living on a globe and there's nothing around. There's no land bridge, there's no way off. You're trapped here, the miserable mud ball, and you're stuck and there's nowhere to go. So you got to use your own personal observation. You have to check your references and Crow 777, and then you find out with Crow 777's information. You look up and the moon's a projection with a 4K lens and a high-end consumer camera, a DSLR camera. Once you find out the moon is a projection, all bets are off. The world just being flat is them trying to keep us contained in a cage. That there's other utopias out there they don't want us to know about, and that's probably where all the extraterrestrials are coming from, Groom Lake. Anyhow, the point is, we're being engineered to believe that this place is some great land and we should protect it. I wouldn't worry about it. Don't worry about the pollution. Don't worry about people dying. Don't worry about any of that. You shouldn't really have a concern, because there is never going to be an ascension. And I will remind you of this, the Tower of Babel. It's a prison, and the minute the inmates start to build the tower, they knock it down and they hit reset. You're not going to change the prison. And the fact that the moon is a projection, an electronical projection from a machine, it's a machine, it's a robot with technology beyond our comprehension, casting this vast image. Why does God need a starship? Why does God need to put a moon there that doesn't need to be? Because it's trying to cover something. They say it's a black cube, some black cube behind the moon. It's probably the sun may be the Metatron or whatnot, and the moon may be just the generator, because they say, oh, gravity. Gravity is the god of the globe, of the heliocentric pundits, as you were. All their pseudo-scientists like Neil deGrasse and frickin' Michio Sakakaku, that guy, and all the other guys they pony up, like Bill Nye, the science guy. These guys they're just cults of personality. It's all fan fiction. All those physics are fan fiction. It's all fake. It's all fake to keep you spinning in circles in the front yard. That's it. It's a prison. And I've already stated the 3 facts. Fact number 1, disconnection from the Creator. Right there, that's the first evidence of a prison. You're not allowed to know.
I'm here in Vienna, the capital of Austria. You can see the Rathaus, the Parliament building, just behind me. And it's an apparently ordinary, quite gloomy November morning. Except it's not actually an ordinary morning, because at midnight last night, a new law came into place, which said that anyone who is not vaccinated is not legally allowed to leave their home except for certain prescribed reasons. In other words, it is the world's first lockdown for the unvaccinated. I wanted to come here to find out, what does a society feel like where 1/3 of the population has been kept at home in mandatory house arrest? What do the people who are walking around feel about that new reality? And perhaps most importantly, what does it feel like for those people stuck at home?
I think it comes much too late. And I think it's very unfair of people who are not for health reasons not taking a vaccine, because that's obvious, But all the others, they're crazy. And all the trouble we have is due to those people who believe in, I don't know, the earth is flat.
Sir?
Here's what I came up with. I've got my magnifying sheet frame,
And I created a little stand to paste the sun on it and keep it the same height over the flat surface of a table. So the sun is always going to be parallel with the surface. And check this out. All right, here's the first test of a sun moving over a flat surface, and with no atmospheric magnification, it does what we might expect it would. It gets smaller as it goes away from us. All right, now let's see what happens when we add in our atmospheric magnification. Again, water and refraction. Water causes magnification and refraction, right? So let's bring the sun back. Oh, check this out. Refraction bends the light downward. It made the sun set on a parallel surface. As it was moving parallel, the same height, the whole way over a flat surface, the refraction caused the sun to set. Not only that, well, let's bring in the beginning of that little test, and we see that it maintained pretty much the same size too. Pretty close. And of course that's because as it's moving away, the magnification is still taking place, and so even though the sun's further away than it was in the beginning of the test, the magnification basically preserved the same size, and the refraction made it set. Now, I'm just going to put forward a crazy idea for you to think about. And that is, if Rob Skiba could figure this out, I'm just going to go out on a limb here. I think it's quite possible that the creator of the cosmos could have figured out the same thing and engineered our beautiful sunsets, thanks to all that water he placed in our atmosphere. Just something to think about.
And I looked, and lo, a Lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his Father's name written in their foreheads. And I heard a voice from heaven as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne, and before the 4 beasts and the elders. And no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. And I looked, and behold, a white cloud. And upon the cloud one sat like unto the Son of Man, having on his head a golden crown, and in his hand a sharp sickle. And another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, Thrust in thy sickle, and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. And he that sat on the cloud thrust in his sickle on the earth, and the earth was reaped. And another angel came out of the temple which is in heaven, he also having a sharp sickle. And another angel came out from the altar, which had power over fire, and cried with a loud cry to him that had the sharp sickle, saying, Thrust in thy sharp sickle, and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe. And the angel thrust in his sickle into the earth, and gathered the vine of the earth, and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of God. And the winepress was trodden without the city, and blood came out of the winepress, even unto the horse bridles, by the space of 1,600 furlongs. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, and to every nation, and kindred, and tongue, and people, saying with a loud voice, Fear God, and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him that made heaven, and earth, and the sea, and the fountains of waters. And there followed another angel, saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.